Oh, the lobby started.
Yes, we're in. We're drafting. Well, we're done the draft. We're all picking. We'll start this game up. So this is game number 1 of our 2-game series. For those who wanted to see more of the information about the defense, you can head yourself over to bo2-defense.com. That is the place to find out all the information. We're doing this game from over in Group A, and it is the Alliance going up against Team Empire. Team Empire not having the greatest run so far in the defense second phase. They went 2-2 in their group, while Alliance have only got 1 loss to their name.
5-1.
It's not a bad result. Monkey Business, however, are undefeated. 6-0. But I believe that's our game tomorrow night. Monkey Business going up against the Alliance, I believe.
What's the maximum points? 10?
Maximum points is 10.
10, okay.
Yeah, you can maximum 10. So if Alliance can take this home tonight, they almost guarantee themselves a top finish.
Oh.
Almost. But it's just because they've got that 1 loss to their name. Virtus Pro could contest them depending on the end results. So it's not a guarantee. It's what I'm saying. Cool. Alright. Game time.
Let's try this again.
Yeah. This time with no lag. That's the dream.
Like with a double G. What's wrong?
I'm not hip enough to use 2 Gs. Unless it's the end of the game. Alright. So, how do the lanes work out? Yeah, Loader is going to head down to the bottom lane this time around. S will be playing the mid, and that will push the Doombringer into the safe lane. But expect rotations pretty early on. Once the Doombringer is up to level 6, or he's happy just to go inside the jungle, we'll be looking to see Loader head back to the safe lane. And that'll probably be around the same time as S4 wants to start ganking up. Maybe not exactly the same time. You'll need an extra 5 minutes to get that Blink Dagger up. You're laughing at the pinging, aren't you? It's like
pinging everywhere. This was even before. They're pinging before the remake.
It's the ward position. It's the ward position. But then the pinging, and then the pinging the rune. It's like, Resolution, I see the rune. Like, this ward will let me see the rune. It's like, if you put it here, what happens? Maybe they're worried about Batrider taking the stack, so they're trying to get the perfect position to block up the camp on the side. Maybe that's the thought.
It's because Doom's offlane. Well, they think Doom is offlane.
Yeah. So they want to make sure he can't get any creeps.
Yeah.
You could almost, like block up all of your own base, but now you realize it's Loader, Nuts, as well as S4 down here, and the ward doesn't really do anything. Apart from potentially restrict your own stacking, but Aloha dares to be stacking up these 2 camps in the mid. He's already broken down the trees for that, so it's very, very simple for him to do the double stack, and he got the rune at the start. So you're looking at the bottle already being up and running, and No Fear started his rotation already. So it's silent. The Doombringer going up against the Brewmaster on the off lane. What do we got? We've got a Centaur, the worst creep that Admiral Bulldog could get. He might just want to take the speed aura.
I think so.
But at the same time, he doesn't want to lose that time in the lane. He'll take the Centaur, he'll take the experience and the money.
Exactly. It's still a golden experience for you, but I think Alliance have all of their lanes how they really want it. They've got favorable matchups across the board.
Yeah.
Like Resolution down here, 1 snowball into Rocket Barrage. If he's outside of a creep wave, he's screwed. So No Fear is actually moving down here. It's not going to be that dual lane I was expecting. The Bane Brewmaster with Nightmare into Clap.
Yep.
It's going to be the 1v1. And Admiral Bulldog, he's going to take a bit of punishment up here early on, definitely. Until he gets that Scorched Earth up to level 2 or so, Silent can pound into him with the hits.
The advantage of Bulldog up here is the fact that Silent can't be running a bottle that easily. Like, Aloha Dance is probably going to be taking most of the runes as well, so he can't just slip himself down and get a little bit more. Hello, Resolution. Or I should say, goodbye, Resolution. RK, body blocking him up. The Boar Slow was doing a lot of work there, but when you're sharded in like that, you already got him Frost Blasted, and you're up against Rocket Barrage, you should not be able to survive. So it's just a really, really strong lane from Alliance to try and contest. And then you pull through as well, so your tier 1 town's going to be taking a little bit of chip damage.
Rough for Resolution, and they're going to find No Fear here as well. He hasn't leveled anything up yet, so he can still go for their Nightmare.
I thought Loader would even just spam out 1 easy Rocket Barrage, but he doesn't want to do it. Not just taking the farm from the pull. Okay, so Admiral Bulldog, this is kind of where Silent falls off. Like, what are you going to do? You're going to clamp, be aggressive clamping into Admiral Bulldog. Scorched Earth will give him his life back, and he's already neck and neck with the CS. Resolution's in more trouble on the bottom lane. and kind of always will be as well.
Yeah.
He is just going to continuously sacrifice in the lane, drive the creep wave back, and then convert all that mana into harassment.
Empire won't have the fast level 6, so they're trying to converge on top, but Admiral Bulldog, look at that.
Like, you can't do anything against it. Like, what are you meant to do? Like, you can clamp and low hard dance and give it a little bit more. Goodbye, Bane. That's a thing. It's just an easy snowball attack. Like, Bane can't do anything against that. You're going to get stunned the second you come out of it. The shards will do you damage. The Lich Frost armor, Frost Blast will also do a hell of a lot of burst damage. And if Loda's in the neighborhood, he just rocket barrages or turns on Flag Cannon. This is the perfect offlane for Alliance. They're getting levels on their supports. They're getting farm on their core. And the Doombringer hasn't died on the safe lane.
And Empire have moved 3 heroes up the top to try and deal with him. They've burnt through all of his regen now, so there's no tangos. The salve has just been popped as well.
He's got the mango. Like, if he gets charged in too far, he just uses the mango, triggers Scorched Earth, and runs away.
Have we seen what builds Admiral Bulldog likes to go for in terms of items? Tranquils, phase, treads, like boots initially, because I've seen a ton of different people go for different things, and I guess Basilius here for the mana regen and armor's good, but maybe even the Tranquils would be decent. That's what Matuma Man has been liking to do as well, is like go Tranquils into drums, and then you decide if you want the Blink, the Shadow Blade, the Vlads, what auras you want to go for into after that.
It depends how Bulldog wants to farm or fight. Like, for me, I'd probably say Tranquils might be a nice little stopgap measure to allow him to go directly into a Blink Dagger. But it looks like it is going to be that Ring of Basilius for now. He needs the mana regeneration. But you need to get that Blink Dagger up because it's his critical moment to doom up Silent when the fight should be beginning. So that's what we're looking at from Admiral Bulldog. Are they trying to? Like, they can't. Brewmaster isn't level 6. In fact, he's not even level 5 yet. Admiral Bulldog's actually out-leveling him at the moment.
You can't go in on that.
No.
The only good thing is that Empire have managed to drag this lane back, but Admiral Bulldog instantly pulls across, so lane equilibrium will be reset back towards his tier 1 tower, and this is what I was going to bring up, the fact that the reactive play out from Alliance is pretty decent as well. Oh, S4 mid.
Yeah, they're going for him, but S4, well, he's going to Firefly himself up and down, and Yoki's got himself 4 sticky napalm stacks on him. But S4 with no flame break, he actually went for the 203 build in the Bat Rider. So there's no flame break control or just that easy damage.
In-game sound is low, apparently.
I can't turn it up. Done. Simple things.
Sweet.
We hear feedback.
And we can change stuff.
Yeah. I touched the button. I can do it. I can do it.
Oh yeah. S4, straight into the jungle. Stacks up, farm is there. This is one of the difficulties now with Bat Rider in the past couple of patches, is that he doesn't farm as fast or as efficiently as he used to be able to do. So it's less of a jump in and take 3 stacks at the same time, and more of a steady incline in terms of like farm acceleration. You take a couple of stacks here, a couple of stacks there.
Top lane, Mango usage, they go in for the Doom. All they needed was that early prep from RK. And RK will actually take off the Nightmare, so Admiral Bulldog can commit to this. He wants to make sure that Silent's going to die. No fear. Couldn't get himself in range in time to get the denial off on the Brewmaster, so it's a guaranteed kill and a good rotation in there from RK.
They've not lost anything else because Loader is actually contesting this pull through. Nuts with his level 4.
And this is the reason why Loader can do that. Like, you got the protection of Nuts right behind you. And what's Resolution going to do? Summon a ball?
Exactly. What aggressive or... Like, this is the trouble. There are no aggressive or defensive plays available for Team Empire. They're very heavily reliant on Yoku's Tiny now farming into his Blink Dagger. Because I don't see any way of them actually bypassing Blink and going into, like, Drums, Aghanim Scepter. They've got very few stacks for him to clear. There's one medium camp which is decently stacked, but large camp is pretty naked, to be honest.
Him getting to a Blink Dagger is going to be very time consuming. Like, I'm looking at S4, who's pretty damn close to getting his own Blink Dagger. Like, he's sitting at 1300 gold, just took out a lot of stacks inside the jungle. Loader is still farming up so heavily on the bottom lane that he doesn't have to come into that jungle to take any kind of stacks. Do we have ancient stacks as well? Nope.
But once they do that, then you've got this kill potential on, I'd say, at least 3 out of the 5 Alliance heroes. Maybe Tusk can Magic Stick Snowball. Maybe the Doom can pop his Scorched Earth. You know, it's down to Magic Stick usage, basically. Magic Stick and Scorched Earth. But the Bat Lich and Gyro, they are squishy heroes. And two of them don't go for stats build. They don't pump up the HP pools they've got. The Gyrocopter right now with Phase Boots Aquila, he's going there. But I can see Loda going for like a Helm of Dominator build this game, honestly.
Yeah, let's go the full greed, man. Where are you going, No Fear? He wants to loop around the back. The issue is that RK is now throttling this top lane with Sacrifice. Admiral Bulldog getting Frost Armored up too, because he got himself a speed creep. So he relies on the armor coming in from that Ring of Basilius. So it's not the best time in the world for him. But at least his increase is getting better. Like +6 because of that Frost Armor. And what's that meant to do about this? Like you want to go into Brewmaster Split, but does a Brewmaster Split actually have enough damage to find a kill on the Doombringer if he gets Scorched Earth off first? That's a level 4 Scorched Earth. If you're going one-on-one as a Brewmaster...
Free Radiance, free Heart. How do you deal with it?
It's... Really, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Like, how do you deal with it? Like, is there enough damage if Brewmaster is able to get Clap off as well as then go into the Split?
No, the trouble with Split is that it offers you a lot of control, but the damage you get may be good against supports like the Lich, but against someone who's regenning so heavily, so much of the Brew damage from Split comes from that Fire Spirit, just pumping out a little bit by a little bit. Maybe if Silent can hit and crit him down to a low enough amount that they can come in then with the Nightmare Split, I don't know.
Nuts. Nightmare's going to happen right now. Resolution does not have anything else, but they have a relocate on the way. The cooldown's going to make it difficult for Yoku, as well as Lohar Dance to do anything, and the Snowball protection for the moment just buys a little bit more time. 4 heroes from Empire are able to find that kill. Nice little thing, I was the one to take the kill for it. But you just took out a Tusker, you didn't shut down the Gyrocopter. You burn his cooldown, but it's such a low cooldown, it doesn't really matter. It's still something for Team Empire, but it's the first usage of your relocate.
And now there's Bat Blink to deal with.
Yeah.
I wonder where they head to, actually, for this. Do you want to kill the Brewmaster first, during Lasso?
I would...
Because you can Lasso do him.
I wouldn't be against that, just because it will keep that Blink Dagger delayed from him. But there's going to need to be help on bottom lane. The Snowball protection actually dodges the axes at the last moment. So Snowball in, but Loda still down for the count. Nutswell joining the Flame Break, just pushes back a little bit, but then you toss the Brewmaster up. He could go for the split and they dive under this tower, but it's not going to happen.
He went so far.
It's a good arm on Yoku. Trying out for the local baseball team later on.
So Alliance TP 2 people down there, and they still don't get to use the Doom or the Lasso. Oh,
Blink, Lasso, there it goes, Yoku. He's dragging him up to try and get him on the cliffside, but it's not really going to work with a 5 sticky napalm stack. S4 feels like he can just keep fighting, and he just threw him to his death. And with more sticky napalms, he keeps the 7 stacks up.
Just Doom the Tiny.
There's a Flame Break in 2 seconds time. Like, that's actually Yoku dead at that point. All he's going to do is Flame Break, but it's not possible. Admiral Bulldog with Phase Boots as well as Scorched Earth has way too much movement speed. Didn't even have to use his Doom.
And then into a tier 1. Team fight 1, straight into an objective.
I'm wondering if they can finish this though. Like, the fortification is going to slow them down. If they can keep the catapult alive, then they got a chance. I suppose they can. He just Frost Armor Admiral Bulldog up. That tower's going to do almost no damage. And he can Scorch Earth himself up in 3 seconds time. Yeah, they got this tower.
It's apparently still super quiet. It might be in-game settings that have been changed.
I can have a look.
After the smoke.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, after the smoke is a good idea.
They're going to run straight into Silent. Gets himself back behind the tier 1 though. Tower is in deny range. I think, yeah, Alliance just goes straight in for it. Easy money.
Yeah.
Glyph on 11 HP. Yeah.
Waiting out the perfect time. Firefly from S4 will reveal this out. The Silent's just sitting in the trees, and they really want to have the kill, but they don't know. Like, they just have no idea that Silent is down here. Like, they could just assume he TP'd out. What's Admiral Bulldog buying? So he's got the full drum, so it is going to be that Drums Ring of Aquila Phase Bit build. Very, very combat heavy for the Doombringer. Silent still hasn't left this lane. Like, he could TP at any time. But they have no more vision of Alliance. The Observer Ward is sitting on the lane. So they see that, but that's all.
I wonder if you want to go into the physical damage Doom. We've seen a lot of players, well, a fair amount of players go for like Sandra Nyasha after this, Phase Boots, Drums, and go for the race car physical damage build. I mean, we've even seen people go for Radiance if they've got enough gold.
Dire's top tower.
On the Doom?
On the Doom, yeah. Like, the most standard thing is obviously go for, like, Vlad's, Blink Dagger Vlad's, an AC or a Shiva's God, something like that, then Aghanim's into Refresher. That's, like, the standard build. Just go for the sort of Auramancer, the caster kind of Doom.
I wouldn't be against the Radiance in most other games, but in this one, like, the control of the Brewmaster is still paramount. They're going to break the smoke. The Firefly reveals that Aloha Dance, but they want Yoku. Aloha Dance actually trying to relocate him out. That's not going to work. Yoku will get a nice little avalanche off. S4, he's got the movement speed, just runs himself away. Admiral Bulldog could get the pickup. But yeah, in this game, man, Admiral Bulldog has to go for the ability to get in close, at least. Even if it's just going to be a Shadow Blade as your initiation method. Like, I'm okay with that. But Blink Dagger would be the most preferred option.
Jump in, take some straight out of the fight.
Yeah, basically. That's the whole idea of Doom. Like, that's really the model of Doom. It's remove one hero from fight with Doom. That's it. He could also just go directly into the Ags, which is why I kind of like that'll be okay as well. Because Empire are just initiating in, but they're not doing it on the back of a Blink Dagger yet. But now, Silent's got the money. So the Blink Dagger is up for Silent. He wants to keep this as secret as he possibly can so they can initiate somewhere, and that's exactly what they do. Straight up to top lane, the smoke happens, Empire, they know what they want to do. This is their critical time, this is their critical fight.
Yoku's going into the Aghanims after the drums treads. But I still feel that this Brewmaster has, like, the weight of the world on his shoulders to initiate and set everything up.
Resolution can make it work even better. Goes for the roar. There's a Brewmaster clamp and a Fiend Script control. Then with the control, okay, yeah, he's just going to split it out. Admiral Bulldog will go down very quickly. The Callout's in a good position. Snowball in as well. No fear will drop. These Broomlings, they're still able to do a little bit more work. The tower actually being denied up by S4 in the middle of the fight. The Avalanche and Toss combo dropping loaded down, but the Brewmaster back into his normal self. Blinks forward. Goes for the clamp, but too far away. Actually pulling out of the last moment. There's still a double kill for Nuts, but they need to help Loader, and they don't actually need to. He's got enough movement speed. He's away to safety. Silent goes for the clamp, but the snowball follow down. It's going to be Nuts chasing down Aloha Dance. He needs a little bit more. The shards come off cooldown now. He's got to turn around, but goes for the punch first and still finds the kill. A triple kill for Nuts. The Brewmaster will drop as well, as S4 needs to get himself away to safety, away from the creeps. Able to do so. Ends up being a 4-for-2 trade-off in the team fight.
Without Doom even being used.
Yep.
Doom died instantly. Alliance come in with full force, honestly. They just managed to split up the fight so well. There's no way for Tiny to sort of disengage and re-engage without any kind of mobility. And there's no real utility coming out of Empire right now. They're very heavily focused on that initial jump forward. But when you pop 3 ultis to try and kill the Doombringer, your Fiend's Grip after you roar, and then the Primal Split to control everyone else around.
Yeah.
Loader luckily got called down and Rocket Barrage off, so while he was spinning up in the tornado, he's still dealing damage back to them. Empire, they find themselves in a precarious situation where they lack farm, but they will start to hit their stride soon. Aghanims is not that far away from Yoku. The Necrobook 1 is available for resolution now, and they do have this sort of global mobility, you know, with the relocate in. But they have to be worried about getting caught.
So just be careful. Get vision up so you know where they're going to be moving. That's the good thing about Empire's Wars. Like, at the start of that fight, they knew exactly where Alliance were. Because the 2 obs in the Dire Jungle.
Because that Batrider, you just know that if you see the Tiny on a side lane somewhere farming and split pushing, the Batrider's going to be going through the trees. Where's the Wisp? Where's the Wisp? Come on! So you're never really going to have that guaranteed safety of the relocate out back to base. And then Admiral Bulldog. What are you going for?
Is he...
I don't think BKB is okay, I guess. Even with the Fiend's Grip and Roar, you're still dealing with Abatos and...
And if you tank up both the Fiend's Grip as well as the Roar, you already win the fight for Alliance. Because he's going to get the Doom off after it if he gets the BKB up beforehand, so it's... Yeah, I'm... Okay. If there's a really good fight going his way, like, he's still going to have the option for both. Like, Aghanims as well as BKB. But it means the Tiny Avalanche can't do anything, the Brewlings can't do anything either. He just moves forward and just mows them down. Oh, smoking from Alliance isn't going to find anything, but...
They get wards down.
Yeah, it's a vision mission as well.
Watching for where Tiny's finishing his Ags.
Well, the Tower Master could get caught out.
She's still called the Tower Master.
Yeah, it doesn't fix it once we get inside the game.
Nice.
And now they found him. S4 moves forward. He's going to get roared. There is a relocate coming in. S4's in a lot of trouble. Flame break or 4-star or something. Okay, support. They just try and kill off a low hard dance before they can relocate back out to safety. No, Invis rune. They can't see him. They can't kill him. He relocates out. Resolution will end up dying. And Silent, he gets split off. You can see Admiral Bulldog attempting to go for the Doom. The rest of Empire is on their way. As Doombringer set up and towards the air, such a long time up, and there's no Scorched Earth as he hits the ground, goes for the Doom over on the Bane, so Bane's kind of out of it. The Chain Frost is now going to start to bounce out. A low hard dance as well as Yoku. He actually, no, he got caught up in the freaking creeps. So there was no extra bounce down to the heroes. Arke, not the ult he was really searching for. And Admiral Bulldog, he can come back in with level death and help out his teammates, but there's no Scorched Earth for another 3 seconds. And Arke, they need the help, and there's that Scorched Earth plus level death. No fear will be brought down, but the toss doing his work, catching out Arke over in the tree lines. But yep, this fight's gone on so long. S4's back in the fight. He gets a sticky napalm off, a double kill for him. The blink in time allowing Silent to escape.
Bat's got blink as well, though.
Yep, and he can start sticky napalming on the Brewmaster. All he needs to do is just attack him once, keep that blink dagger on cooldown, and now the flame break, it's going to push him back. And Silent, while the clap will be there, keep that blink on cooldown. Admiral Bulldog to the front lines, 5 sticky napalms. There's just no way to run out of it. And 6, there's your attack. It does get through. He can't blink himself away in time. No fear will come in for the Nightmare. S4, he already blinked himself away. If he needs to, he can force off. In fact, that's exactly what he does do. Admiral Bulldog away to safety. And Bulldog, Resolution's right behind him. The Roar is available. He's got the Hawk to get the vision over on S4. And S4, he can't force up, he can't blink, he can't do anything. Now Admiral Bulldog, nightmared up. More support's coming in from Alliance, and so for Empire. They relocate in. Bulldog tries to outrun it. Arcade coming from above. No Chain Frost, he can't do anything. Loader is in the neighborhood, and actually now he's going to go for it. They snowball in, and with a double damage rune, there's no way that Bane can survive. Loader will mop up the Necro Box as well as the Creep Wave. They keep on going. Resolution. They know he's down low. The Sigil is up. The Shards fly down. It scouts out Resolution. Goes into the tree line. Starts to TP. Is there a stun? Nuts is too far away. He can't reach him. Meanwhile, a little bit further back. Yoku has come back into the fight. Loader with a double damage up. He doesn't want to do it. It's actually going to wear off in a moment, but Yoku wants more. Toss off cooldown in 1 second time. Is he going to toss the Nuts? Yes, he will. Back over to a low hard dance. They snowball up. Getting back to the tier 1 tower. Okay, Chain Frost is actually off cooldown. Empire will probably want to back up at this point, which they will do so. Maybe even force into the tier 1 tower, but this fight is now over.
We started that fight at like 16-minute 45. What are we witnessing, Toby?
We are witnessing low-level heroes fighting continuously, having such low death timers that you can just keep coming back to fight and fight. The relocate's doing work.
I don't even know where to begin,
and now
honestly.
Tiny actually has an Aghanim Scepter at the conclusion of that fight. He is the top net worth at the end of that. But Silent hasn't had a great time, man. He's got a Blink Dagger, he's going in for the Aura, but he's still behind Gyro, Doom, and Batrider on net worth. They're all neck and neck. Like S4, as well as Loader, have just as much money as Admiral Bulldog has, and Bulldog has now finished his BKB. These next fights from Empire, they won't have Bulldog spun up in the air for a good 20 seconds at the start of the fight. That won't exist anymore. Or Bulldog screws up and doesn't trigger BKB.
The amount of times the Loader is escaping on 100 HP, he's mech'd up and he's juking through the trees, and there's nothing for Empire to actually catch him. Silent uses his blink very early on in the team fight to blink clap ult, and that's giving them these really great opportunities to relocate in and juke and jive and dip a little bit and find these kills. But when they were chasing Silent down towards that tier 2, when I said that they couldn't chase, I should have said they shouldn't chase. Because killing off Silent there, it was relatively meaningless. You know, okay, you get a kill, but in the grand scheme of things, losing out on hero after hero, and the fact that Tiny, like you mentioned now, got his Aghanims basically because of the very last phase of that fight, really gives them this massive momentum swing, which now they can start split pushing and looking for a bit of objective-based gaming to get some tier 1s mid and bot. But Roshan for Alliance,
he's like Mr. Freeze at the moment, just being, well, he might be as bulky as Arnold Schwarzenegger, but the Frost Arm is making it difficult. Brewmaster goes to split, the cooldown's already going to have its effect, and Lich Oldie going, it doesn't pounce again, but no fear, Glimmer Cape, he bought some space to go for both the Fiend's Grip as well as that Oh, okay, well, the brain sap. It doesn't actually turn into anything else as Yoku gets dragged back by S4. Nuts was too tanky. The relocate save will be there. And that means they just have to wait. He's on the edge of the cliff. He should spawn up on the high ground here. But either way, he's surrounded on all sides.
He enters another dimension.
Yeah, no! Dude, guys! What?
Flame break's good.
Okay, that's a flame break. But
And
like,
sentries.
If they let him go then, if they actually let him go then, it would have been, like, really bad. But Alliance, you take out Roshan. The Aegis, the Immortal, it was taken by the Dire side, and the Aegis was picked up over on the Gyro. So Alliance are in a position where they can probably... They can't force high ground, because we've still got tier 1s and tier 2 towers to get through. But they could definitely force a good fight against Empire.
I mean, the main thing right now is stopping the tiny split pushing. The tier 1's mid and bottom lane. It's super difficult for Empire to actually go and claim them. Even though they're very low HP, 260 and 211 HP. Batrider, the Doombringer... Everybody here from Alliance is just so mobile and able to catch up to people. And you've got Medallion done for your Tusk. And we're actually seeing Bulldog going in for the plate mail. I wonder if, like, Shiva's is good for the sort of chasing aspect of it. You can keep hunting people down when the Doom is up and just run them into the ground.
Considering the length of this fight, like Assault Cuirass would also be like the great choice because they need something to help them when they do finally reach that point of bringing down buildings.
And it couples up with the flak cannon exceptionally well.
Oh,
the minus armor with flak.
Well, there's always that big problem too of Gyro, wasn't it? Like you have someone like a Dazzle on the opposition, and they pop off for their weave, and then you've got a team with huge amounts of armor, and the flak cannon doesn't really do that much. By having something like the Assault Cuirass that early on, Gyrocopter doesn't need the Monkey King bar to inflict heavy amounts of damage at the start of the fight. So I'm even more for Assault Cuirass now.
Invisibility.
I still kind of wish that Doombringer could have the old ability of the Hawk. He could devour the Hawk and take the invis. Yep. All he had to do was just stop moving for a second.
In Dota 2?
Yep.
Because that didn't happen in Dota 1, did it?
It didn't happen in Dota 1.
No.
But it happened in Dota 2. It happened in the first 6 months of Dota 2. Never happened after that point.
God, I can't remember that.
Would you? I don't know why, but I think maybe it's because I'm actually getting more sleep these days.
You're remembering stuff.
I actually am. Like I used to not commit things to memory, but I'm thinking maybe there is something there. I've come back into my mind. Nuts is looking for an opening. There you go. Starts on resolution, throws him up, trying to bait out the roar, able to do so, and then S4 can just drag him back. You do have the problem with the Necro units, but they're locked in for the shards, and Loda loves this. That's just free gold. Admiral Bulldog, in fact, even devours one of them up. And this is push time. This is tier 2 tower, but up on top lane. Welcome to Tradie McTrade. The toss and one swing of that tree is just enough to click rid of the creep wave. And that's tier 2 for tier 2 tower. Who's going to TP back? It's going to be double TPs. A little bit further back on the tower line. And actually, both teams end up doing the exact amount of damage to each other's tier 2s. But this middle lane, Loader is still hovering around S4. Lasso is still on cooldown. But, okay, he's just intimidating Silent back off the lane. They've got a catapult with them, so they can take this tier 2 tower.
Yeah, without the Doom there, I don't think you can kill Silence. You don't have the actual damage output, and you definitely don't have the lockdown to kill
They
him.
can kill off... No, they can't kill off Doom.
You can try. Just pop his BKB.
Alliance actually just got so much out of that. They deny the top tier 2 tower, and they kill off that mid tier 2 tower. Like, it doesn't seem like much, but when you're running a Doombringer, this net worth graph is just slowly going the way of Alliance, down about 7.5k now. The experience has been fluctuating heavily. In fact, it's almost exactly the same as the gold.
Based so heavily around that team fight down the bottom lane.
That's the fluctuation. Like that team fight, see all these dots here?
The little spike up and down,
All these dots, it's actually when it starts flatlining. The initial kill from Empire, when they get the kill over on S4's Batrider, that's where it all started. And then it's just like dots, 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 dots.
It was a legitimate 4-minute team fight. Non-stop. Just kill after kill after kill. Alliance also get themselves their hands on the tier 1 up at top.
Are they actually going
defend bottom lane as well? They're TPing in.
Yeah, there's your jump. They go for the lasso, the snowball. Actually buying a little bit of extra time in Yoku. This isn't really the dream initiation from him, but Loda is perfect. They're all grouped up in the middle of the cooldown, and the Lich Holly finally is actually able to bounce nicely around. It's a 2-for-1 trade-off, one being the Aegis to the Immortal, and now it's actually 3 for Empire down for the count. Yoku stranded. The Sigil isn't making it easy for him to run out of here, and Loda comes back in for the Rocket Barrage. The Flame Break just bouncing around. The illusions can't do the work, and in fact, it's just a Doombringer. And it was the level death kill over on Yoku, giving Admiral Bulldog a triple kill, and all that was lost was something of, well, it's got value, but it's the Aegis of the Immortal. It was meant to be burned, and it's a Shiva's Guard for the Doombringer, it's not AC.
It was about to expire anyway.
But nothing of value was lost!
That was perfect. Crisp, clean, beautiful execution from Alliance. I mean, go look at the timer on the Aegis. Honestly, that was seconds away from expiring, so Loda had that on the money.
That would then ask the question too, why was Empire fighting into it when they could have waited a couple of seconds longer for the Aegis to expire?
There's always that window where you think, oh, we can bait him into this. We can just hold out that little bit longer, force it to expire, and then kill him.
Mm-hmm.
Just as it does. Silent looking at him, though, is actually going back towards the Aghanim Scepter, and this is something we were talking about before. I feel like Aghanim Scepter, it's a lot to do with sort of player preference and whether or not you feel you have the ability to fully utilize all of the skills that you get on your little Brewlings. But I'm not sure you have the actual window here to make full use of it. Like 20 minutes in for maybe a window of 10 minutes, the Aghanim Scepter is amazing.
Yep.
You get so much utility from it. But it's definitely not a late game item. It is definitely heavily focused on mid game. So maybe he's looking at this thinking, we need to win team fights now.
Oh, they do.
We need Tiny to get up and running because right now he's crawling, snail pace, honestly. Manta-style Aghanims just doesn't give him too much.
I think you got the nail on the head, man. But it's not just like Empire winning the game now. It's Empire being able to win the fights now, allowing the Tiny to be massive. Like, to do these relocate trade-offs. That tier 1 tower still, like, you got a Tiny with an Aghanim Scepter 29 minutes in. That tier 1 tower of Alliance, should not be alive. And they're going to find the biggest thing they could. It's Yoku. You need him to have space. Safe. Where's that mana style? Just trigger out, and yep, there's the relocate save. That's a big one too. While Admiral Bulldog gets caught out. In fact, they relocated up to help them kill off Admiral Bulldog. The BKB, he's got too much regeneration. The Fiend Script gets cancelled instantly by the lasso. No fear can't control him. And Admiral Bulldog's coming back in again. He dooms on resolution. Combining it with Loda, they couldn't find the kill. And that is just shoved into the wound.
How is that an ability?
It is Dota. And they actually isolate the Brewling as well. The Earth Brewling, they knew exactly where Silent will come back. They're going to claim 3 heroes right now. The Wisp relocate with Yoku was the perfect thing. They brought back the hero that was initiated on to then beat into the Doombringer, but they still didn't have enough. They couldn't finish the job. That's Dota.
Bulldog was dead to rights.
Dude, you can't kill the Dong. The Dong will live on.
He is faster, he is stronger, he's got bloody scorched earth, and you can't kill the Donga. Oh my god, he went down to like 50 HP, popped his BKB, Fiend Script cancelled it out by Tusk, Snowball, and God knows what else, and now they're breaking base.
Yep. There's no Brewmaster ulti, the Roar is coming off cooldown. The Necro units, however, are still down for 18 seconds, so Alliance can take the melee, and then just get the hell out. But the range racks will slowly chip down anyway, and S4, it's like he's hovering for another opportunity because he's got his lasso off cooldown. And they're coming out. That's the Brewmaster TP. Cooldown's available. Brewmaster, there is no split. He could just lose his life right now. Drunken Haze or not. Yoku as well. Loda gets his BKB off, and there's a Chain Frost bouncing up the resolution. Over to No Fear. Back to a low hard dance. He's got relocate back off cooldown in 4 seconds time, but it's not enough to save Yoku. This could actually be, well, it could just be a GG push at this rate of the game. The buyback comes out from Tiny, and Alliance want to keep fighting. Silent will drop as well, and what's Tiny really going to achieve? He wants to walk forward, but it will only be walking to his own destruction.
Yep, there we go.
GG. They realize that they burned too much money. Alliance have too much control. This game is over. Alliance take game 1 in this 2-game series against Team Empire.
I honestly don't think you can give away Doom. Not just to Alliance, but to any team.
Would just because of that one moment where Admiral Bulldog is able to survive through absolutely everything?
Yeah. It's game winning. If you kill the Doom there, then you win the team fight potentially.
Yep.
That's game winning.
Yep. Funny thing is, though, they could have actually killed him at the start, but they learned their lesson from what happened on the top lane. The Fiends group, they committed everything to kill Admiral Bulldog underneath that tier 1 tower previously. You commit everything you got. Okay, we got him down. Fantastic. You still lose the fight. This time around, they held on to Fiends group. They could have actually held him on the stairwell and killed him off.
But wasting and expending so much on the Doom,
They understood that if they did it, they wouldn't win the whole fight. And the relocate back would come and things wouldn't go according to plan. But so they tried to go for the whole shebang when they basically could only take out the bang. So it's, problematic. Alliance at game number 1, Team Empire. Not the greatest result for them, but Alliance almost securing themselves that top 2 position and land files for the defense. Will they make it? Stay tuned. We'll find out after this break.